show was shot in HD, then transferred to regular D.
Welcome to That Metal Show. I'm Eddie Trunk, and I'm here with my co-hosts Don Jameson and Jim Florentine. And ladies and gentlemen, we have rock legends in the house tonight. In just a few moments, joining us on this very stage from Rush, Alex Lifeson and Geddy Lee.
Yeah. If that doesn't get you excited, we're going to be having a little cat fight over the two hottest metal babes in video history. That's right, it's Tawny Katane versus Bobby Brown in this week's Throwdown.
So keep your ass glued to that chair. It's 30 minutes of hard rock and heavy metal. It's That Metal Show.
In the 21st century, music distribution is rapidly changing, needless to say. I mean, our favorite metal artists have come up with creative solutions that are not only economically viable, but also allow their music to reach the largest possible audience. Recent examples of this are the exclusive releases, well, at least at the time we're taping this, of the Guns N' Roses album Chinese Democracy from Best Buy and the AC/DC deal with Walmart. Now, the question becomes, guys, do the hardcore fans, do they mind having to go to a mega store to buy CDs of their favorite groups? And what does this mean for the mom and pop record stores that are still out there surviving?
Yeah, I don't like it. I mean, the only good thing about it, if you're going to go to Walmart to pick up the new AC/DC, is I could at least do my Christmas shopping there for my girlfriend at the same time. You know what I mean?
You're a big spender.
No, well, that's the only place they got Hello Kitty lunchboxes.
There you go. Don, what do you think? Does it bother you at all when deals are made like that?
Look, from the artist's point of view, it's simple. If they can sell 3 million records right off the bat, it's a no-brainer for them, you know? That being said, I think it sucks because it puts mom and pop shops out of business. You know, when I was 15, I went to a record store and I would make friends with the guy behind the counter. I'd say, hey, what's new in metal? And he'd you know, hand me Riot, Fire Down Under.
Oh, yeah.
And I'd be like, oh man, that's great. And he would be like, well, if you don't like it, scratch it up and bring it back. I'll give you your money back. They ain't gonna do that at Walmart.
I mean, that went by the wayside with iPods. Really.
Right.
And now
and they know where the stuff is in the store, too. You know what I mean? Those mom and pop stores. You go in a big chain, you go in there like, I need a new Metallica. The guy's like, okay. I go, I can't find it. Oh, did you look under section M? Yeah, I did. No. You know what? I looked under B. I couldn't find it. So then the guy's like, well, you should look under M. I'm like, yeah, thanks. You know what? How about you look under J for jackass?
On that note,
I agree.
Now it's the time we've all been waiting for. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome 2/3 of one of music's greatest trios of all time. It's an honor to have him here from Rush, Alex Lifeson and Geddy Lee. Guys, I can't thank you enough for being here, and there's just something that is boiling in me that I got to get it out before we even get started with the interview. Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Thank you. Now we can go on with the interview.
Well, we should ask them how they feel about that.
I mean, it's beyond absurd. 10 years eligible, this amazing band that broke all these boundaries and not even on the ballot. Does it bother you as much as it bothers us fans?
No. I think it hurts our fans. I think that's what bothers us is, you know, how frustrated our fans feel about it. But for us, there's nothing we can do about it, so we just carry on.
It's such a ridiculous, glaring omission that it just grates, and I know us and all the Rush fans out there. So
well, thank you. I appreciate that sentiment.
we'll continue to bang the drum. We know you guys can't.
You guys made it on Rock Band 2, which is really cool, right?
Yeah,
You guys,
that is really
No, that
cool.
is. It's great. I've seen you guys
true.
playing it before. How do you guys feel about that new?
I think it's great. I think it turns on a lot of people to new music, you know, music that they're not, you know, familiar with. So for a band like us to be reintroduced to a lot of younger fans, it's terrific.
We need to rehearse a little more on it.
Yeah, we're
We're actually playing the game, yeah.
Yeah, we tried it once, and we were really bad.
So you guys didn't sound like the original guys?
Not at all.
We don't even look like the original guys.
But Alex, as a guitar player, I mean, when you've seen this movement of video games inspired by rock music and much of the emphasis on the guitar, of course, how do you feel about it? I mean, do you think it's a good thing, or do you think it dilutes it a little bit from really people picking up an instrument?
I think it's wonderful. met lots of kids, or parents anyways, who have 9 or 10-year-old kids who start out with these sort of games. And after a year or so, they're so excited to get onto a real instrument. So there's a whole resurgence in kids wanting to play guitar, and that's fantastic.
Let me ask you guys about the new live DVD that's out, Snakes and Arrows Live. It's also the companion to the CD, which has come out of that. It's interesting because you guys have been documenting your live performances through CD and DVD pretty consistently in the last few years since the band's been active. Why do you do that? Do you feel it's a nice souvenir for your fans? Do you just want to capture every tour at this point in your career? Geddy, what's the thought process?
Well, yeah, we're not getting any younger, so you never know when we could be over. But no, it's a great idea in terms of our fans because, you know, in all seriousness, we don't know if there's going to be another tour from tour to tour. We just take it one you know,
It makes
tour
everyone
at a time.
very nervous when you talk like that out there.
Well, I think we've learned it's hard to predict the future for us. So it's nice to have that souvenir for our audience, and at the same time, it's nice to record it from our own point of view as a historical document. And the whole DVD thing, I think, is perfect for a band like us because so much of our energy has gone into our live show. You know, playing live means so much to us, so it's nice to capture that.
It's also a good way for the for your fans to actually see some of the comedy that Rush puts on in the show.
I'm glad you picked up on that.
Because if you've seen Rush, I guess the last few tours, definitely on stage, you've had working washing machines on one tour, right?
Well, they were dryers, but it's the same idea.
Okay. And the last tour wasn't it? You had chicken rotisseries.
That's
with
right.
real chickens cooking on the stage.
Well,
that's hilarious.
Chicken is good. I mean, we like chicken.
Love chicken, protein, you know.
We're not vegetarians, but...
Alex, whose idea was that to do that sort of stuff on the stage?
I had nothing to do with it whatsoever.
Well, I guess I'm the guilty party because there was one tour where Alex had all these brand new amps, and they were taking up a mighty part of the stage, and they had this nice blue glow, and I was thinking, and my amps are about this big, so it's like, that's all wrong. So what can I do that would fill up the same space and yet kind of make fun of what he's doing?
Right.
You know what's cool about you guys is you guys do a long show. A lot of bands are cutting their sets short, like an hour and 10 minutes, an hour. You guys do, and you guys take an intermission in between.
They don't need an opener, these guys.
They don't need an opener, but what's with you guys just to relax? 20 minutes or so? I mean, what's with the intermission?
Well, yeah, we're getting old, so...
Defibrillator.
See, I would imagine you sit backstage, and discuss how cool it is to be in Rush.
No, we got to check our baseball scores.
That's
Yeah,
right.
that's what I heard. You're a big
He's not
baseball
kidding.
fan? So, yeah, so you do in the intermission, you're in a big fantasy league, you check the baseball scores
Absolutely.
during the intermission.
Yeah, first thing.
Like most rock stars are doing blow, having sex with groupies.
That's how
and you're
exciting
checking
we
what
are.
Manny Ramirez just did. You're like, oh, he popped out to the catcher, that's -2 points.
That's right. That's exactly
On that note,
it.
we've got to go to a break, but we've got plenty more to talk to you guys about. Coming up, the audience will also try to stump the trunk, and we'll also be telling you about our pick of the week, and this one's a must-buy for fans of classic rock and metal. So stick around. We'll be right back. It's That Metal Show. Welcome back to That Metal Show, your home of all things hard rock and heavy metal. We're hanging here, of course, with the guys in Rush, 2/3 of the band, Alex Lifeson and Geddy Lee. You know what's interesting? I was thinking about it during the break. This band, Rush, what's another amazing thing about the group is so many bands from your era are not the lineup everyone wants to see. Now, technically, I know this is not the original lineup, but it's the classic, it's the Rush lineup, without question.
Well, the new guy joined in '74. So.
Exactly.
We're thinking about giving him a raise, too, but...
You're going to take him off retainer and make him a member, you think?
Maybe.
All right.
The fans have accepted
One
him so
more
far?
tour.
One more tour?
One more tour, and he gets to be really
keeps
in
his
the
drums.
band.
You'll put him in the press shot and on the
Yeah,
T-shirts
yeah.
and stuff. Give him a little taste of
And
merch.
we'll pay him properly.
Well, I don't know about...
But really, how has it been that for 34 years and counting, how do you feel, especially a trio, because obviously if you lose a member, it's even more focused, I would think, that you guys have managed to all keep doing this so long. There's very few bands that can say that. The core has stayed together. Yeah, any secret, Alex?
Well, he's cute. You know, we just get along really well. We enjoy writing music together, always have. We laugh a lot together. So it's a lot easier that way.
Yeah, I think it's really important that you're friends. You know, You know, a lot of bands are a business, and that's fine as long as the music is valid and they're, you know, getting along. But as soon as things go sour, if there's no friendship to keep it together, then it's, you know, inevitably going to crumble. So for us, because we're friends and because we love the music that we're playing, as long as those two things are in check, we kind of feel like we should just keep going.
I think the audience would be interested to know, because, you know, what was some of the pre-Neil Rush days like, direction-wise with the band? You remember some of those tours? And
yeah, well, we were pretty much a bar band back then, and playing around Ontario and a lot of clubs and high schools. And Neil joined in '74, and just before our very first American tour. So it was a pretty exciting time, and he was in the band for, I think, what, 7 days before we left for tour. So we didn't really even know him when we went out on the road. So that first tour was really overwhelming. You know, playing in front of American audiences. We were opening for a band called Uriah Heep. You might remember them. And it was really exciting, but we were basically with this guy we didn't know, and him and I had been hanging out for years and years and years. So we just kind of figured out who each other were, and you know, started to vibe together.
Well, we should talk about how rituals on the road have changed for you guys after 30+ years. You know, maybe back in the old days, you had a couple, maybe stumbled around like Amy Winehouse now and again, you know. But how's it changed nowadays? Are you a little more mellow these days, or?
We stumble around like each other.
We're still into drugs.
Prescription.
But the names have changed: Celebrex, Proscar, Tylenol.
And you get them cheaper in Canada, too. So you
Thank God.
That's true.
But you know, one thing about you guys, even through the 80s with all the hair metal bands, you guys never just sold out and made a ballad just to, you know, get on MTV. And that's probably one of the reasons why you didn't have a bunch of girls come to your shows, too. You guys stayed true to your music.
Or any money.
We just couldn't figure out how to sell out. We're just not smart enough.
You guys never dated supermodels. You're not in the tabloids. You haven't been on Celebrity Rehab or any of those shows.
What's up with that? Why didn't we do that?
Don't ask me.
Why didn't we do that?
he's pointing at Alex like it's his fault. You were supposed to, that was your part of the business
Well,
arrangement,
he's the
Alex.
handsome one in the band.
I have a terrible memory. I keep forgetting to do that.
Well, Alex and Geddy, I don't know how quiz shows work up in Canada, but apparently here we go by the saying everyone's a winner, or at least that's what it seems like when you consider all of Eddie's past performances.
Oh, come on.
But as they say, every dog has its day, and today is going to be your day. I have a good feeling, all right?
Thank you, Don.
That's right, Edward. You know what time it is.
All right, it's Stump the Trump time. Our first contestant, what's your name?
Hector.
Hector, where are you from?
Astoria, New York.
All right, what's your question for Eddie?
The question is, what is the name of the ex-Kiss guitarist Mark St. John, his real name?
Mark Norton.
That's right.
Sadly, he passed away not too long ago, too, but Mark Norton
Mark
is his
Leslie
real
Norton
name.
is the correct. All right, we'll give it
So
to Eddie.
they want the middle name now. Can you believe this?
Come on, if you're a Kiss fan, you should know.
Do you see how disappointed these two are when I get them right? They're like devastated.
I did notice.
Yeah, it's a whole conspiracy. Go ahead.
Wowee. Hi, what's your name?
Robin.
Robin. Okay, do you have a boyfriend? I mean, what's your question? I don't even know how that came out.
What's the name of Megadeth's mascot?
Oh,
Eddie,
it's right there. Wait a minute.
The clock is ticking.
Damn it. It's like Rattlehead or something.
Close, close.
No, it's
Keep
not.
thinking, keep thinking.
Just give it to the prize.
It's Vic Rattlehead is the answer.
Yeah, I was half right. What
No,
happens then?
You weren't, because you didn't answer it. You said
I said
forget
Rattlehead.
it.
That's his
No, you
last
said
name.
Rattlehead something, but you didn't say what the answer was.
I said thank you, sir.
You did say...
No,
you,
like a cop told me once, there's no such thing as half sober.
Wait a minute. If the guy's name is Vic Rattlehead, and I said Rattlehead,
You
I gave
didn't
his
say
last
that as
name.
the answer. You threw it out there.
Alex is with
Rattlehead,
me.
you were
Let
just...
Rush judge.
Yeah.
Who's right? Did I get it right? Would you give that to me or not?
Yeah, I would.
Ed, you were thinking out loud when you
But
said
it was
Rattlehead.
right.
That wasn't your
but
final
if
answer,
you would have
though.
said Bumblefoot, it would have been... I wouldn't have said no, wrong
Give it a
answer.
prize then. Half
now
a
I feel
prize?
bad. You kind of got it.
But we'll give you a
Halfway.
prize because you're nice and Jim wants your number, so.
Oh, she got the Black Sabbath box set.
Rules of Hell.
You got Eddie, nice.
You got me half.
A half a stump.
half a stump.
Eddie, I got one here. I don't know how this got in
here we go. The inappropriate question from Jim.
No, it's sometimes it slips in here. It says, Playgirl is doing a new photo spread for famous rock DJs. Will you be a part of it?
Absolutely, yeah, I will.
Really?
Yeah, we can announce that.
Who doesn't want to see this?
Exactly. Who doesn't want to see this mess? Come on.
Now, will it be on 2 pages, spread across 2 pages, or just 1 page?
Folds out, or folds up.
Alex knows. He says it
It folds up, so it'll be 3 pages.
The show is very controversial.
Yeah, it is.
All right, how you doing, man? What's your name?
Johnny.
Johnny, what's your question for Eddie?
Who was the original rhythm guitarist for the Brides of Destruction?
Easy question.
John Corabi?
That's right. Ooh. Eddie! I knew today was going to be your day.
See that, Don?
I knew it.
All right, so this season we've talked about a lot of great music that's been released over the past couple of months on both CD or DVD, but this week we would like to share our love of a great British magazine that's an amazing source of classic rock and metal. I'm talking about, of course, Classic Rock Magazine, which we have right here, and ironically enough, I have an issue with you guys on the cover. How about that, huh?
It's not really ironic. It's coincidental.
No, yeah, thank you.
You're welcome.
Grammar scholar over here.
If Black Sabbath is here, you'd have the Black Sabbath issue.
Yeah.
No, but it's a phenomenal magazine. It's like old Kerrang used to be.
A lot of the same writers.
Still the same writers and stuff like that. And you know what I like about that magazine, too, is you find a lot of good new hard rock bands in there.
The photos in this are absolutely phenomenal. The articles are phenomenal. Even though it's a British magazine, you can get it on newsstands in America, Barnes & Noble and stuff.
That's great. Well, when we come back, we're going to discuss whatever happened to one of the members of White Lion.
Also coming up, who doesn't love a cat fight? I mean, seriously. Tony Katane and Bobby Brown go claws out in a very special Video Vixen version of our Throwdown. You're definitely not going to want to miss this one, so don't go anywhere. We're bringing you some Caged Heat right here on That Metal Show. Welcome back to That Metal Show, your source for all things hard rock and heavy metal. Now, not all rock stars have maintained such a high profile over the years. For every star that stayed in the limelight, there's many others that we wonder whatever happened to.
That's right, Eddie. And we got an email from Fran from Vermont. Eddie, I remember when you did your radio interview with White Lion's Vito Bratta. What is he up to now? Have you talked to him since? P.S. Love you, Jim.
Everyone ends like that for some reason.
I don't know. The only thing I could say is Fran is a guy.
You know, Vito was one of the guitar heroes of the 80s. People, you know, just loved his guitar playing. One of the real things that stood out about White Lion. And the short answer is he's kind of lost a lot of his passion for the music industry. He doesn't want to go out there and play clubs, and he doesn't want to go and really get on a bus or a van and do all that again. He's had some personal things, he's had some family things, and he just chooses to kind of stay home, and he hasn't really played guitar in a long time. If and when that changes, I don't know. It's a little bit of a weird thing, though, because White Lion has released some records and done some tours without him, which they're not supposed to do, so there's always some legal issues and stuff like that when that happens. But, you know, you guys had told me that a long time ago, that you dealt with one of the reasons why Rush has been able to stay together for all these years as this unit is because you dealt with a lot of those business things right from the get-go, right? That was never an issue with you guys.
Yeah, we got to a point where we said, look, the three of us are putting an equal effort in, regardless of, you know, whether I write this part of the song or he writes one part of the song or Neil writes the lyrics. And we just said, well, let's just split everything equally and be done with it. So that's what we did.
So there's not going to be any rush with two different replacement members or anything like that at any point?
Well, I wouldn't say that.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, Geddy and Alex, it's time to settle the most important argument in the history of important arguments. Who was the hottest 80s video vixen? Was it the Jaguar-straddling redhead Tony Katane? Or the cherry pie-dropping sex pot of sex Bobby Brown? Tonight, we settle this once and for all in the Throwdown. Can I get 2 minutes on the clock, please? 2 minutes. Alex, I need your answer.
Tony.
Tony Katane.
Tony.
I'm going to go Bobby Brown.
Bobby Brown.
Tony Katane.
The correct answer is Tony Katane, everybody. Because first of all, I would never disagree with Geddy Lee.
Right.
Number one. Number two.
And Alex.
And Alex. First of all, she did way more videos than Bobby Brown. She was just in the one with the cherry pie. I know you liked it because there was custard in it and food.
See what happens here?
And she married the cooler rock star. She married David Coverdale. Bobby Brown married Janie Lane. Tawny married up. Bobby married down.
Tawny Katane married a lot of people, number one. And number two, Tawny Katane was involved in that crazy thing with the baseball player. Like that, she's like a whack job.
We're talking about,
makes-
Alex likes that.
Yeah, that makes Of course.
Every guy likes a crazy chick.
Alex knows that makes her hotter when she's crazy. Look, it's got to be Tawny Katane. Look, she dated OJ and she's still alive. Yeah. You know what I mean? But I got to give Bobby Brown credit. She could take a punch.
That's true. That's true. Now, I might change my vote now.
No, but Tawny, come on, those videos. I mean, you guys must have got excited.
We don't get excited. We don't get excited. We're Canadian.
I will say something about Tawny. There was a nip slip in here. I go again. If you go real slow with the remote, I don't know how I would know that. I'm just saying that.
That was always great because that was the only, I didn't have to get my penthouse subscription. I just had to cancel after I saw that video.
When she was outside the car window, when the wind blows a certain way, at frame number 22, if you hold it.
Really?
Yeah, it's pretty.
You know, it was great though. Like if I was going to take care of my business doing our video, you know, I'm watching Tawny. All of a sudden, David Coverdale would pop up. I'm like, you know what? He looks like a chick. What the hell?
Let's see, as always, what the audience thinks. Who likes Bobby Brown? And the correct answer for Tawny Katane? Tawny Katane it is.
Well, that's all for tonight's show. We'd like to thank Geddy and Alex from Rush.
And thanks to our studio audience for helping us crown the queen of 80s videos.
And of course, thanks to all of you watching at home. And be sure to check out Snakes and Arrows Live on CD and DVD, the latest from Rush. It's absolutely awesome. If you'd like to see outtakes or full episodes of That Metal Show, head to VH1Classic.com. Thanks for tuning in, and we will see you next week right here on That Metal Show.
We're still into drugs.